Hey everyone, this is DW's Darius and welcome to another day in the fish room. So currently I'm doing a little bit of maintenance, doing a little water change on the 350 gallon aquarium. And today I actually want to give you guys a quick look at a product. Now I haven't really done any product reviews in a long time, but this one seems like it could help a lot of people. So I want to give you guys just a quick look at it and some of my thoughts. First off, give you guys a quick look at this aquarium. The last time you saw this tank I added some new fish, including this Oscar, which is doing awesome. I had this Oscar for like a year. You guys never saw it, but ever since it's been in this aquarium, it's been much more active and showing much more personality, which is awesome. My Messer's G-Freus, this guy is being picked on a lot by the jaguar, as you can see, and mostly by the pike, which is back there. And I believe this because they believe he's the biggest threat, but hopefully they settle that dispute and realize that he's not a threat, at least not now. And then we have the two peacock bass in the back, my Cicla Azul and my Cicla Mono. These two were being attacked by this big guy, but he's definitely not as bad as the other two peacock bass that were in this aquarium. And it's a slow process, but they are adjusting, so they're all doing well. And this aquarium, like I said, doing a water change, but the fish in this tank just look amazing. Especially my favorite group, the Aja bifasciatus. One of them, the most dominant, is starting to show that nice yellow body. I think it's that one. Look at him. But very beautiful fish. But this tank is very aggressive. Like every 30 seconds there's an attack. And it's crazy, but it's just the nature of these fish. But yeah, today I want to give you guys a quick product review. Now I stopped doing product reviews a while ago because every time I did a product review, the company would just go crazy trying to get me to review so much stuff, and I got annoyed, and that's the reason why I stopped doing it. But like I said, I want to start with this one at least because I think that this could be very beneficial. So the other day I was buying some stuff to prepare for potential storms. We are going into hurricane season. We just had Hurricane Ida pass by. I know that caused a lot of damage all the way down from Louisiana to here in New Jersey. There were tornadoes and everything, all because of that storm here in New Jersey. So crazy storm. I didn't lose power, thankfully, but I know some of you guys did lose power, and it's just always good to be prepared. Now for years I've been telling it's a good idea to have you some equipment just to prepare for a power outage, but I never actually bought that equipment until now. So I went and I bought me some battery operated air pumps. I bought the regular ones that use regular batteries, and then I also saw this online, and this is a rechargeable air pump. Now at first I was skeptical. I thought that it wasn't really practical to have a rechargeable air pump because if you ever go through a power outage you won't be able to charge it. But I just decided to get it and test it out, and so far I am enjoying it. I've had it for about a month. Luckily I didn't have to test it out during a power outage, but I've been using it for occasions like this. Like as you can see, I'm doing a water change. The other day I did a water change on this aquarium, and while the power is off on these aquariums, I could run the air pump so that they could get oxygen in the water. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail as far as the brand itself because there's really not a lot of details on this machine. I'm going off the top of my head and I don't really remember the exact brand. This is probably one of those products that you can buy from China, and there's like a dozen different sellers selling the same thing with just different names. So if you want to know this exact product or the exact brand that sold it to me, I'll leave the Amazon link in the description below. But there's a couple of things that I look at in a product to determine if it's good and if it's worth sharing. And the first thing that I look at is the price. So this thing costs $20. The regular air pumps that you buy that take batteries, those cost $10. But when you calculate the price of the batteries with it, it comes to about the same price. So it's definitely not expensive. And the thing I like about it is that it came with these hoses or these airline tubes, and they're very long. They're about 6 feet long. You can see this tank is 4 feet deep and it goes all the way to the bottom, and I have a little bit more to play. And I also love the fact that it has these two outputs. The other battery operated air pumps, they only have one output. This one has two outputs, and yeah, for the money I think it's worth it. It came with the air stones that are attached at the bottom, and it also came with check valves. So for $20 I think that the price is right. Now earlier I made reference to the battery operated air pumps. These are what I'm talking about, not this specific brand. There's a bunch of different brands, but they all are pretty much the same, cost about $10. You get the system itself, you get this airline tube, which is I'd say about 2 feet long, and then you get the air stone. Plop it inside. It takes two D batteries. The pack of D batteries cost me about $10 as well. So $20, which is about the same price as that one. You turn it on, you do just get one output. You turn it on, you definitely hear it. It is pretty loud, and the output is coming. It takes some time, but it comes any minute now, and that is the output. Not bad, but I will say it's not as good as this. It's not as strong as this, and it's not as quiet as this. Which brings me to the second thing that I like to look at in products, and that is just the effectiveness of the product. If I'm going to buy something, I want it to do a good job at doing what I bought it to do. And the reason why we buy these air pumps, these battery operated air pumps, or in this case this rechargeable air pump, is so that in the case of a power outage, our aquariums may have oxygen. And there's other instances where you could use it if you're transporting fish. You want to work the entire time that you're transporting fish. And like now, when I'm doing this water change, I want to use it now. So how effective is it? How strong is the output? And I must say I am impressed. Again, this is 4 feet of water, and it keeps a strong flow of bubbles going up. And you know, as the bubbles go up, if you look, they start to fine out. They get thinner and thinner, and they start just releasing oxygen in the water. Not to mention the actual surface agitation. I definitely think it's doing a good job, and I do believe that in the sad scenario of this tank having a power outage, I do believe that this one system alone should be able to contain this aquarium. Of course, this depends on your stock and everything, how big your fish are, how many fish you have, how hot it is. In this basement, it doesn't really get too hot. The warmest it ever got was like 83 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's not too bad. But if you're somewhere where it gets much hotter, the oxygen levels will decrease more faster. So there's a number of different things to consider. However, as of today with my aquarium like this, I do believe that this one pump is sufficient to oxygenate my waters for a couple of days. So I am impressed with the output, and I want to compare it to this over here. Over here I have a Whisper air pump, and this aquarium is a plug-in air pump, so it's plugged into the outlet, and the flow is almost unnoticeable, which is not a good thing. It's not that powerful. Now, it's not too much of a problem in this aquarium because I have baby fish and they kind of like the more still water. However, if I had to use that air pump in a bigger aquarium, it wouldn't be as effective. So that's another reason why I'm sharing this product. For 20 bucks, it is really good. It has a strong output. It has a dual output, which is awesome. If this was really an emergency, I could put this one over here and I could take that one to that side of the tank. And look at the ripples in the water. Again, the main important goal is to create surface agitation. You get that by disturbing the surface of the water, and it's definitely disturbed. Of course, not as much as when the pump is on, but enough to get the job done for a few hours or even days. Okay, everyone, the last thought about this product that I want to share with you guys is the battery life. Now, that was one of the things that had me skeptical at first. I thought that this thing, it was no way that this thing could have a good battery life because it was rechargeable. And based on all the rechargeable products that I have, they really don't last that long. However, this has definitely proven me wrong. Now, I haven't used it fully until the battery died, so I don't know how long you can actually go without charging it when it's completely running. However, I've had it, like I said, for about a month. I charged it the first day, and I haven't charged it ever since. And we have about, I guess when this entire thing is lit up, it's fully charged. And right now, one of them is not lit. So that means we have 4/5 of the battery life left. Assuming that's what that means. There was no manual that came with this thing, so there's really no way to know how much battery life I have left. However, 1 month, and we have a decent amount of battery life. Now, like I said, I didn't use it completely or consistently. I used it once a week for about 2 hours. So when you calculate that in 1 month, only about 8 hours of use. But the standby time is what I'm impressed by. A lot of products that you have, even if you don't use it, the standby time is usually like a week or two. This thing has been on standby for a month, and I still have a decent battery life. And so far by that, I am impressed. If it was able to go a month on standby, I imagine I could at least get 3 to 4 days of consistent use, which I believe is pretty impressive for a $20 product. But yeah, everyone, I just wanted to share this product with you guys because so far it is a good one. It's nice insurance if you have the threat of a power outage, and even if you don't have that threat, just it's very convenient. You don't have to plug stuff in. If you're like me when it comes to looking at your electrical outlets for a place to plug stuff in, it's like a jungle over there, so it's nice to be able to just come over here, plop in the airline tube and press the button, and that's it. So very convenient to work with, and just a nice product to have. It doesn't cost too much and it has great benefits. So I definitely recommend that you check something like that out for your aquarium. Now this is no paid sponsorship. They're not telling me to make this video because honestly I don't even know the name of the company. Like I said, I do believe that this is manufactured in China, and you have like a dozen companies or so trying to sell it under their brand. So you probably go find this with like 10 different names. But the product itself, this one right here, isn't bad. I'll leave a link in the description if you want this exact one. But not bad. And like I said, I've been buying a couple of things just to prepare in case a storm does come my way, because it's better to be safe than sorry. So I have one of those, I have a couple of these. These right here, I have my generator. Maybe I can make a video for you guys to show what I would do in a case of a power outage, because at first I had my generator and that's all I relied on, but I never used it, thankfully. But if I did use it, I was unprepared, because the generator is not just going to be for my aquariums, but for the necessities of my house. My family comes first, so you know, the refrigerator and just the things that we need as a family, and then my fish room. So when you consider that, there's not really a lot of electricity left over for my aquarium, so I gotta have plan B, and plan B is with these things. So yeah, if you want a full video about what I would do in a power outage, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, this is just a look at this product. Let me give you guys just a closer look. So you simply have this one power button, powers on and off. You have this mode button, but honestly I don't know how to activate it. Probably if you hold that down or something. Like I said, there was no instructions. If you look to the side, this right here is the port where you plug it in to charge it. It has that cover so that if you do keep it next to water, it doesn't get wet. I have the charger right here, and it has this USB port, which is pretty cool. You could charge it in your car or anything like that. So just, in my opinion, a little bit more convenient than this right here. This relies on D batteries. Obviously, if there was like a major power outage and your entire town was out of power, then this would be more convenient. But for like small power outages, this right here, I believe, is the way to go. But yeah, that's just a look at that, and hopefully it was helpful. Besides that, throughout this video, I just couldn't help but notice these ferns. I'm really loving these plants back here. Now, if any of you are into house plants, I'll give you guys a video if you request it, because this right here is awesome. Just watching the benefit of plants in my aquariums has gotten me addicted to house plants. And now I have this collection, and then I have a collection all around the house. But my favorite are these ferns. These ferns look awesome. Boston ferns. And then we have nerve plants and everything. Just very beautiful array of plants. And then we have the underwater plants, and we have the fish. All looking awesome. But yeah, everyone, that's today's video. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.